Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Never7, The End of Infinity. And Yuka just remembered something that seems like it was really important, but somehow she forgot. Sounds like me. So let's find out what this forgotten memory is. Starting you go. Shall we go back? Yeah, she's talking to the boy who reminds her of Makoto. Or the boy that Makoto reminds her of. The boy that Makoto reminds her of. Or the Makoto reminds her of the boy. Makoto reminds her of the boy. That's how you would word that sentence. It's very confusing. Hey Yuka. No, do you still have it? Did you forget? About what? The cat keychain. I'll give this to you, so don't cry anymore. Do you remember? That was you? No way. You can't believe it? I immediately knew that you were the girl from back then. Well, you did tell me your name back then. My name is Yuka Kawashima. Oh my gosh, the guy has the same name as her. That is so amazing. What are the odds of that? In the world with the purple sky, the crying girl told someone her name. Well, it's only natural. That was ages ago. Also, there's probably not many girls out there with pink hair. It kind of stands out some. You would remember that sort of thing. Perhaps even in an anime world where people have blue hair and purple hair and literal orange hair. So you really don't have it. That keychain was very important to me, but I lost it a while back. I did my best to look, but I couldn't find it. I see. I'm so sorry. That couldn't be helped. Next time I give you a present, I'll make sure it's a bit bigger so that way you won't lose it. Please don't lose the next one. Son? Yuka-san? Hey, Yuka-san. Kurumi-chan? Jeez, what's up with you? You spaced out all of a sudden. No, it's nothing. What's the cutie too much? Was Kurumi sticking your nose where it didn't belong? Huh? You don't have to push yourself to take it if you don't want it. It's fine. What are you saying? I'm very happy about what you did. Really? Yep. See, I didn't look away from you this time, did I? I gratefully accept your gift. By the way, Kurumi's got one more present for you. Ta-da! It's Kurumiracle. Very hard thing to say. Kurumi-chan takes a can of beer out from her bosom. I guess this is useful as a pocket, I guess. It's horrible. Yuka is a horrible role model. Teaching minors to drink and smuggle beer. You want to get, if you want to steal beer from your local convenience store, then just oh, could it be that you're surprised? Yes. Good grief, what was I saying? Kurumi kept these against her chest by putting them in her clothes, so she's cold now. Wait, does that mean the beer is lukewarm now? No, I don't really mind. Really? What a relief! Take the can of beer from Krumi-chan. Open the lid off the beer and gulp the contents down my throat. Krumi-chan's warmth is still there. Wah! Alright, I'll just drink this down and forget about all the bad things. That sounds like a great step to becoming an alcoholic. Let's forget about everything bad. Gulp. Yes, I'll drink it all and forget about the bad things. The lukewarm beer makes me feel a comfortable, elated sensation. Finally, the time comes to return to the others. Furuka is carrying a dirty plastic bag. You want to know what's in that? About an hour has passed since then. Party's in full swing. Everything is calm as we fool around and poke fun at each other. It's as noisy as ever. But now I've already got a lot of beer to drink. As for how many cups I've had exactly, I've lost count. Before long, the alcohol gets to my head and my sense of balance worsens. I begin shouting the same things again and again. Of course, my words are all messed up too. The words I'm saying are also incoherent, and I get angry, weepy, hysterical with laughter, and mopey. Anyway, I'm hectic. All those words you just used to describe did all sum up to be hectic. Suddenly, someone taps me on the shoulder. It's Makoto. Sticks his thumb up, then points towards the rock wall. And then he slowly walks to the rock wall. Seems he wants to have a private conversation. Although I tilt my head, I still follow him with tottering steps. Why is it, Makoto? I have some business with... Yeah, there's something important I have to talk to you about. What is it? Alicia, it's confession of love? Idiot. There's no way it'd be that. Come on, Dasha. Let's hurry up and chat. This horrible drunk impression. Makoto, the truth is, I also love... Huh? Sober up. Makoto is standing stock still, dumbfounded. This is no, not now. That was a lie, a joke. What accent is that either? I don't even know. I thought it would be funny if I made a little fun of you. You're so cute. Like a triangle. When you look troubled. I decided to pretend to be drunk. So, what's that? Something, the important thing you wanted to talk about. Okay, listen to me carefully, and not a word out of you until I'm done. Got it? I nod like an insolent child. Koto's story concerns Krumi-chan. In the last history, Krumi-chan went missing this night. We went looking for Krumi-chan and went to the shrine where we found her. In that shrine, we saw that talisman, which was the trigger to our start of this infinite loop. In other words, in order to make sure we don't repeat the same history, we can't let Krumi-chan go to the shrine. What he's saying is that Krumi-chan's disappearance itself is a bad event. In order to prevent that incident from happening, Makoto wants to watch over Krumi-chan for the entire night. That's his plan. Hey, so that's it. You'll help me, right? Of course. Of course I have. Hey, did you really understand a word of what I just said now? Yes, it's fine. It's fine. Yes, just leave it to me. Look at you. Makoto shrugs his shoulders. He might be thinking, I should have waited until she sobered up. So she was sober during this time. That's an interesting factoid. And at that time, the sound of water splashing echoes. The sound is exactly like the one I heard at the last barbecue. I don't need to turn around to understand the situation. Saki's hand accidentally slipped and she spilled the beer in her paper cup on me. Huh? Me? But I'm right here. Which means... I try slowly turning around. By the iron plate, Saki is holding a now empty paper cup. And the beer has landed on... Kurumi-chan. Kurumi's clothes are soaked from her chest to the bottom of her shirt. I see. Because I wasn't in the ring of people. The person who was next to me originally, Kurumi, was directly hit. Hey, Saki-san. Sorry. Everyone becomes completely silent. I'm really sorry. She sounds genuinely apologetic, meaning every word. As a further gesture of apology, Saki begins to wipe the beer off of Kurumi's clothes with a dishcloth. Yukiko doesn't make a stupid joke and keeps his mouth shut. Naturally, Haruka also stays put, not showing any signs of agitation. Just then, gee, Saki-chan, are you sure you're not drunk? That was pretty careless of you, Saki-chan. Hee. Multiple. Everyone burst into laughter. They cheerfully laughed at Saki's blunder, as if trying to poke fun at her and brushed into the knob. Did it really be that awkward? I guess maybe, I don't know. Of course, Kurumi's bright smile returns too. Saki sheepishly grins at all the teasing. It's as if anything and everything's all changed. The atmosphere from last time has suddenly changed to a harmonious atmosphere. Why? I don't even have to think about it. Once again, a bad event has changed into a good one. However, this one is special because history has changed without us directly interfering with it. We didn't think about trying to prevent the fight, but thankfully history changed for us. Could it be that even luck is on our side now? When I think that, I get into a kinda giddy mood. It's a little later. Makoto and I began to laugh much louder than the others. After that, the laughter doesn't cease until the barbecue ends. After that, we left the barbecue in a cheerful mood and returned to the lodge. We were reluctant to break up at Princess Beach and end the party. Well then, why don't we all go to the lodge and play cards? So I decided to accept Izumi-san's proposal. We had played so many rounds of 7 bridge that we lost track of time. And in the end, everyone got tired and fell asleep past 2 in the morning. As usual, Haruka is in her own room and Okuhiko is asleep up in the loft. After the game was over, Saki returned to her summer house alone while rubbing her sleepy eyelids. Truth be told, it seemed she wanted to stay overnight at the lodge with everyone, but unfortunately there wasn't enough room for her to sleep. Izumi-san is using the living room sofa while Kurumi-chan took Makoto's bed. Makoto doesn't even have a place to sleep. So for tonight, he's sleeping on top of the hard floor. As for me, I'm next to Makoto right now. We're sitting on the floor in his room, our backs leaning against the wall. Kurumi is sleeping soundly in front of us, breathing quietly. We're gazing at her peaceful sleeping face. That'd be freaky as everything for her to wake up. Huh? Ah! Why are you guys staring at me? Do you always try to watch people sleep? But aren't you glad? I whispered this without taking an eye off of Kurumi's face. About what? About Kurumi-chan. She played cards with us the whole time. We didn't have to specifically watch out for her that way, did we? Alright. Well, yeah. Judging from her sleeping face, I'm sure she won't wake up until morning. Yeah. And we haven't gone back to that shrine this whole time, right? That's right. Feels like a happily ever after is coming our way. Hey, say what you like, but don't you think it's too early to feel that way? Really? Yeah. Just to be safe, why don't you stay with me tomorrow night? You don't trust me? It's not like that, but then what is it like? I told you, it's just to be safe. So you really don't trust me? He doesn't trust me. And I think that a dull pain hurts my heart. Just hold it right there. How can you expect me to trust you when you were the one who broke our promise on the last 6th in the first place? Oh, on the last in the first place. That was. Don't come here ever again, even though you said that in front of the shrine. Then Makoto seems to be taken aback by his own words as he gasps in understanding. So Yuka, I still haven't heard it, have I? Your reason for wanting to go back to the past. But that's already. I don't even know what it is. You never even told me. I'm telling you, it doesn't. Even so, even so, there's no way I can trust you. I don't know your reason at all. I have no guarantee that you won't go. In my mind, that scene passes by. Makoto's shouting causes Kurumi-chan to turn in her bed. Makoto. You're horrible, Makoto. I get it. I'll tell you everything. I say this and slowly get up. I don't want to wake Kurumi-chan. Quietly leave the room. Makoto follows right after me. Sit down in the center of the short staircase that leads to the terrace. Makoto slowly sits down next to me. The biting cold night wind nips at my ears. I'm cold, but it's not entirely the wind's fault. The stars filling the night sky emit a cool and clear radiance. It's the same sky as that day. The stars continue to endlessly shine. I'm noticing that it's been a while since there's been a choice. And we are at the end. Of course, with this route, I mean, there was only one way to go, so. It's as if they're resonating with my still unhealed pain. Before long, I purse my lips and cut away the last of my hesitation. Quietly gaze at Makoto, and with a soft voice, I start sincerely explaining everything to him. I wanted to go back to the past, no matter what. Every time they say go back to the past, there's a guy I watch on YouTube called The Angry Video Game Nerd. He always said, and his theme song begins with, "He's going to take you back to the past." So of course, the second line is nothing like what any of these say. If you haven't watched them, you should. It's pretty funny, amusing. I realized it on the night of the 5th. You and I went to the shrine and talked about time travel. After that, even when I returned to my room, I couldn't get it out of my head the whole time. But I turned in my bed countless times, and just when I finally felt like I was going to fall asleep, I suddenly realized it. The meaning of those words. The meaning of the words written on the talisman. The spring rain at the end of the cape, together with the ringing bell, will free you from time. And before I realized it was pouring rain outside. I headed for the end of the cape while feeling the cold sensation of the bell in my pocket with my fingertips. I thought that if I did that, I'd surely return, because I wanted to go back to that time. The first boy I loved. He told me he loved me. But even so, I still haven't told him. Never told that boy my own feelings. Yuka, don't tell me that you... I want to tell him that I love him. I need to tell him that no matter what. If I didn't, for that purpose, the only reason you did it was for that purpose. Not porpoise, but purpose. But that's already... Don't screw me! Tree's not saying it that way. Then you're telling me that the only reason I've continued to be toyed with like this is because of your selfish emotions? These past 10 days, no, it could be 10 years or 100 years for all I know. For that whole time we've been stuck like this because of you recklessly acting upon such ridiculous and childish emotions? You're wrong. Wrong? Wrong? And why don't you try telling me what the crap I'm wrong about then? That's... ironically, the language he used there would have been appropriate for somewhere in that one of those videos. I get it. That's enough. That's enough. Nothing matters right now. What the hell? I've had enough. Makoto stands up while shaking his head. His shoulders slouch. He stares off into space, not looking at anything. He staggers up the stairs. Makoto. Speak up as he ascends the stairs with unsteady feet. However, Makoto ignores me as he silently disappears into the light. As my chair making a weird noise. I stare at the dark ceiling in my room while lying on the bed. Can't see the stars in this pitch black room. It's quiet. The only sound that reaches my ears is the ticking of the clock, reminding me of the passing time. Darkness and silence. While wrapped up in both, several scenes run through my head. I could have one wish granted. In the past, I would always think about that what if. I want to go back to that time once more. The past me wish that. In order to grant the unfulfilled desire I've held for a long time. Are you over him? That boy, I mean. I'm not over him. I'm really not all right about it. Still haven't broken free of it. Quite the contrary, it's tied me down. To the past, to that time. For a long time, I've been trying to forget about it. I want to tell him I love him. I need to tell him no matter what. That is my one eternal wish. Only eternal wish, apparently. Maybe she needs to start collecting the Dragon Balls. Then you're telling me that the only reason I continue to be toyed with like this is because of your selfish emotions. That'd be quite the crossover. That would be pretty awesome, actually. Maybe not as much in this game, but it would be pretty awesome if it was Never7. Of course, it wouldn't make any sense because, I mean, even the weaker characters of Dragon Ball could just punch the glass open and burst out. Enough about that. These past 10 days, no, it could be 10 years or 100 years for all I know. But the whole time we've been stuck like this because of you recklessly acting upon such ridiculous and childish emotions. Tell the person you love that you love them. Also want to tell him those words. Was it really that bad of a thing to do? Gradually, I began to question it more and more. That purpose? The only reason you did it was for that purpose? You're wrong. Wrong? Wrong? And why are we having a flashback of this? We just saw this. Why is it necessary to have a flashback of this right here? That's might actually be a bad thing. I guess she's reanalyzing her own words. Still, I can only have one wish granted. In the past, I would have always think about that. What if? What does the current me wish for? As I'm gradually being lulled into sleep, I recall the night I saw the shooting star with Makoto. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I do hope you folks enjoyed this, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell there.